Bruce Springsteen has never been one to mince words. The boss, as he is affectionately known by millions, built a career on telling stories. These are stories of American life, its struggles and its dreams. For decades, his music has been a soundtrack for working-class heroes and hopeful romantics. But beyond the soaring guitar solos and heartfelt lyrics, Springsteen has often used his platform to talk about bigger issues. He has spoken about social justice and politics, never shying away from what he believes. Recently, Springsteen made some strong comments regarding President Donald Trump, expressing deep concerns about the direction of the country and leadership styles. These remarks, delivered with his usual earnestness, quickly made headlines far beyond the music pages, igniting fresh debate. It was during a widely publicized interview just last week that Springsteen laid out his thoughts. He spoke about the importance of unity and truth in public discourse. He felt that certain political actions were undermining these core values. Springsteen's words were direct, leaving little room for misinterpretation. He wasn't just a musician commenting, he was a citizen voicing a deep concern. The impact was immediate. Supporters cheered his bravery while critics accused him of stepping outside his lane. This is the familiar territory an artist enters when they choose to engage with the political world, a world often far more turbulent than any rock concert mosh pit could ever hope to be. The conversation quickly spread across social media and news outlets globally. Then, a voice from across the Atlantic, and from a different era of rock royalty, chimed in. Robert Plant, the iconic frontman of Led Zeppelin, offered his public support for Springsteen. Plant, known for his own powerful stage presence and mystical lyricism, is not typically as overtly political as Springsteen. Led Zeppelin's magic often lay in realms of fantasy, blues, and raw rock and roll power. While their music certainly had rebellious undertones, direct political statements were rarer. Plant, often seen as the golden god of rock, usually let the music do the talking in a more abstract yet equally potent fashion. His voice, one of the most recognizable in music history, carries immense weight. This unexpected endorsement came during a recent charity event in London, as reported by the Irish Star online on May 22, 2025. Plant praised Springsteen's courage and conviction. He stated that artists have a responsibility to speak up, especially when they feel fundamental principles are at stake. For Plant to so clearly align himself with Springsteen on such a contentious issue was significant. It wasn't just one rock star backing another, it was a bridge between different legacies, different styles, but a shared understanding of an artist's role. This moment highlighted that even gods of rock can find common ground when it comes to matters they deem profoundly important for society. Why do musicians like Robert Plant and Bruce Springsteen feel the need to speak out on political issues? It's a question often asked, sometimes with genuine curiosity, other times with disdain. For many artists, their music is an extension of their worldview. The songs they write often reflect the times they live in, the injustices they see, or the hopes they cherish for a better future. They possess a unique platform, a microphone that reaches millions of ears around the globe. This reach, they often feel, comes with a certain responsibility. It's not just about entertaining, it's also about engaging, provoking thought, and sometimes inspiring action. Their voices can amplify messages that might otherwise go unheard or be easily dismissed. Furthermore, artists are citizens too. They live in the same societies, experience the same political climates, and are affected by the same governmental policies as their fans. To expect them to remain silent on issues that directly impact their lives, and the lives of those they care about, is perhaps unrealistic. Their art often deals with human emotion and experience, and politics is undeniably a huge part of that human experience. For someone like Springsteen, whose entire catalog can be seen as a social commentary on America, speaking on political matters is almost a natural continuation of his artistic expression. It's woven into the fabric of who he is as a person and as a performer. There's also the element of conviction. Many artists feel a deep, personal moral obligation to use their influence for what they believe is right. They might not see themselves as politicians, but as individuals with a conscience who cannot stay silent in the face of perceived wrongs. This isn't always an easy path. Speaking out can alienate some fans, invite criticism, and even lead to professional repercussions. Yet, for many, the potential cost of silence is far greater. They believe in the power of words and music to foster dialogue and even contribute to positive change, however incremental that change might be. This conviction often outweighs the potential downsides. The history of popular music is rich with examples of artists taking political stances, from Woody Guthrie and Bob Dylan to Joan Baez, John Lennon, and Public Enemy. Musicians have long been at the forefront of social movements. They have penned anthems for civil rights, protested wars, and called for environmental action. Plant and Springsteen are part of this long tradition. Their decision to speak out isn't an anomaly, it's a continuation of a legacy where music and activism are often intertwined. They understand that their words can resonate deeply, spark conversations, and encourage people to think critically about the world around them, which is a powerful role to play. Led Zeppelin and Bruce Springsteen occupy distinct yet equally monumental places in the pantheon of rock and roll. Led Zeppelin, with Robert Plant's soaring vocals and Jimmy Page's groundbreaking guitar work, redefined hard rock in the late 1960s and 1970s. Their music was a potent blend of blues, folk, and sheer sonic power, often exploring themes of mythology, mysticism, and raw human emotion. They were larger than life, creating a mystique that few bands have ever matched. Their influence on subsequent generations of musicians is immeasurable. They were, in many ways, the epitome of rock gods, seemingly dwelling on a different, more ethereal plane. Bruce Springsteen, on the other hand, emerged as the quintessential American storyteller. His E Street Band created a rich, anthemic sound that backed tales of ordinary people, their struggles, their resilience, and their search for redemption. Springsteen's music was grounded in the streets, the factories, and the open roads of the United States. He became a voice for the common man, his lyrics painting vivid pictures of American life with an honesty and passion that resonated deeply. While Zeppelin offered an escape, Springsteen offered a reflection, a way to understand and navigate the complexities of everyday existence. His concerts are legendary for their energy and communal spirit. Despite their different musical paths and thematic concerns, the common ground they share is the profound impact they've had on music and culture. Both Plant and Springsteen are icons who have commanded massive audiences and earned critical acclaim for decades. They represent integrity and authenticity within their respective genres. When figures of this stature find common cause, particularly on a contentious political issue, it sends a powerful message. It demonstrates a solidarity that transcends musical styles or even generational divides within rock music. It shows that core values can unite even those who might seem worlds apart in their artistic expression. The importance of public support between artists, especially when political debates become heated, cannot be overstated. In an era of intense polarization, seeing respected figures stand together can be a source of encouragement for many. It can validate the feelings of fans who share similar concerns and perhaps inspire others to speak up as well. Plant's support for Springsteen is more than just a news headline. It's a demonstration of artistic camaraderie in the face of political pressure. It shows that the community of musicians can be a supportive one, even when tackling subjects that are inherently divisive. This unity can make individual voices stronger and more resonant in a noisy world. The news of Robert Plant siding with Bruce Springsteen in his critique of Donald Trump rippled through fan bases and the wider music industry almost immediately. Among fans, reactions were, unsurprisingly, mixed. Springsteen's supporters, already aligned with his political leanings, hailed Plant's endorsement as a powerful act of solidarity from another rock legend. They saw it as further validation of their own views, and praised both artists for their courage. On social media, hashtags supporting the duo quickly gained traction. However, fans who disagree with their political stances, or who prefer artists to remain apolitical, expressed disappointment or even anger. Some accused them of alienating a portion of their audience. The music industry itself tends to be a broad church encompassing a wide range of political views, though often leaning more liberal publicly. Official reactions from record labels or industry bodies are usually muted, as they prefer to avoid alienating any segment of the market. However, behind the scenes, such moments can spark conversations about the role of artists in public life. Other musicians often take note. Some might be emboldened to voice their own opinions, seeing that prominent figures like Plant and Springsteen are willing to take a stand. Others might choose to remain silent, wary of potential backlash or simply believing that music and politics shouldn't mix. It creates a ripple effect, influencing the climate for artistic activism. This particular instance, involving two titans from different rock traditions, could have a significant impact on future artist activism. It demonstrates that support, can come from unexpected quarters, strengthening the resolve of those who wish to speak out. The fact that Plant, generally less overtly political than Springsteen, chose to weigh in gives the moment added significance. It signals that the concerns being raised are viewed as serious enough to transcend typical patterns of engagement. This could encourage a broader range of artists, not just those already known for their activism, to consider using their platforms for political commentary when they feel it's necessary. Ultimately, moments like Robert Plant publicly backing Bruce Springsteen serve as important markers in the ongoing dialogue about the intersection of music, culture, and politics. They highlight the power of artists to influence public discourse, and the complexities they face when they choose to do so. While the immediate impact might be seen in terms of fan debates and media buzz, the longer-term effect could be a subtle but steady shift in how artists perceive their roles and responsibilities in society. It reinforces the idea that music is not created in a vacuum and that musicians, like all citizens, have a stake in the political landscape and, for some, a voice they feel compelled to use.